Hey guys, Joey Lopez here. We're going to be looking at the tarot and the astrology charts this month. So how this works is I usually get asked in the comments, how do I know which tarot video to watch? Well, I'm going to break it down for you guys at the beginning of all your videos this week by copying and pasting this one video to show you how to really find what video is going to resonate with you. Now, if we're just doing tarot, you can look at any tarot video I post and you can look at the title, see which one's resonating with you, and that tarot video should resonate with you. And generally I don't talk about planets, right? And when we're looking at tarot, sometimes tarot card readers say, oh, this read is timeless. So those reads with just tarot can be timeless, and if they hit you at a certain time or you find the video at a certain time, divine timing, and it resonates with you and you get your answer, that video is your video, of course. Now, when I hit astrology, or I'm talking about astrology just when I'm doing random tarot, that is not timeless because the planets are doing something at that certain time. And so if you catch that video and I'm talking about Jupiter entering Pisces and you're watching that 3 years from now, that's no longer effective, that message. Okay? The second part of this is, well, which sign do I know to look at? My moon, my sun, or my rising? Well, the easy answer is check your rising. That's going to hit you the hardest when we do charts, because I throw a chart here basically on the morning hours of whatever rising sign is going to be for that day. So I will put Aries in the rising and I will see all the planets affecting you for that day and time. And so how that works is, if you're a daytime baby, it might resonate more with you if you listen to your sun sign, your rising. If you're a nighttime baby, it might resonate a little bit more for you for your moon sign and your rising. Now, I've had exact opposites, right? So sometimes the nighttime babies are resonating with their sun sign. And, I have friends that are, one sign and they've been that sign, and then when I tell them about their rising sign, they're like, oh, the rising sign's actually resonating more than my sun sign. So that's how that works. Leave in the comments below if you're a nighttime baby, specifically nighttime babies, if your nighttime and your moon sign resonates more than your sun sign video did. Very interesting. As astrologers, we're always studying, we're trying to see what's going to resonate more with people. So go ahead and leave that too if your sun sign and the sun sign resonates more than the moon sign. Other than that, that's all I got for you guys on how to watch these videos and how, if they're going to resonate with you or not, or how to find the exact video that you're looking for. I hope that helped, and let's get started with your March read. Taurus, hi, welcome to your read. We're going to be looking at the tarot here for you. If you'd like your own personal read, by the way, my email's in the description and all my social media as well, if you just like to follow and get to know me personally. While you're down there in the description, like, share, subscribe to my channel. Helps me out so that I could continue doing these videos for you guys. Oh, that's what I wanted to fall out. It was a justice card. We can put that away. We don't need that. Alright, let's start your read. I feel like that's good enough. Alright, Taurus, let's get cracking here. 10 of coins right in the middle of the read, Taurus. I know you got money on your mind. Success. This is you seeing some sort of you know, this is 10 of coins. It's also Saturn, Mercury, Moon sitting there in the 10th house. A lot of mixed energies sitting there in your 10th house as well, though. I think this is you trying to recalibrate what's going on with your career, if it's all just some sort of illusion. I think here on the 3rd, when that moon shifts over there, over into the next door neighbor of a Pisces there, I think this is you really trying to figure out, like, this is like the last minute of you trying to figure out if this career situation or whatever's going on with your community here, some of you might be overseas, I'm picking up with this card, if this is going to be some sort of like alternate reality, or if this is going to be like the real deal for the next, I don't know how many years, 17 years. You guys are trying to really put this together, what's going to happen in the month of March when it comes to your financial, your career, and I'm getting where you live is being impacted as well. So like that makes sense for some people. Like if you're living, you know, and let's say you're living in the United States and you don't intend to move, that's fine. But there might be a Taurus here that's intending to move or has already moved, and you're like being kind of like pushed to move out of a country because of, well, let's say world situations, right? I know, for example, for me, they changed the rules for my visa living in Japan. They've changed it. I'm safe, but it was a little nerve-wracking at first when I heard about it and I had to sign a paper, right? Some of you might be facing some sort of situation like that. And then you have 10 of Wands here in the challenge. It's ending and dropping a situation. What'd I say? There's something here that's changing. And is it for the good? I don't know. This is like the... this is like, where is it going to go? I don't know. I can't tell you. But this is kind of like figuring out. I do feel like after the 3rd, when the moon is shifting in the Pisces, you're really going to know. You're really going to know if this is an alternate reality, if this is a fake simulation that you're in. While you're here, King of Swords, you want an overall outlook. You keep getting this card, Taurus. You've been getting this card over and over in that same exact spot. While you're here for the read, King of Swords, you want overall perspective of what's going on there. And that makes sense because right now, Saturn and Moon, it doesn't mix. One likes paperwork. One likes stamping your name on a piece of paper saying it's official. One says, well, like in the next 10 months, you know, I might sign that paper and I might end up working in that next door to that CEO's office. And Saturn's like, no, what the hell are you doing? When I look at these planets, I picture like Taurus, what the hell are you doing? Is this you trying to figure out the future, what's going on here in some sort of situation with your career, your love life? You're here trying to figure out what's the overall perspective. Well, I'll tell you what. If it's career, are you sleeping outside of the CEO's office every day and telling them, I'm going to work in the office next to you? If it's a relationship, are you ignoring people's calls? Are you ignoring text messages? Oh, yeah. It's not about you not wanting to communicate, but it's about making a friend, right? Because you make a friend, you'll be able to make relationships. Don't ask why. Don't ask me why. And I'm not saying you have to settle for the person that's talking to you. I'm not saying that. Even great American leaders say, be the change that you want to become, right? So if no one's talking to you, well, maybe you need to start talking to people here. Your strength is the 4 of Wands. creating some sort of balance here for you financially as well, because there's this big diamond just sticking out in the middle of the card. That's a very interesting Four of Wands, but there's a diamond there. And when I think of the diamond with the roses, I mean, this is all the nice stuff. This is good smelling stuff. This is Venusian things. Where you got Venus, you got her in Capricorn 9th house. This is learning new things, and this is the stuff that you do want to learn to get somewhere, to progress. It comes with dropping an idea here in your challenge. And King of Wands is your strength. Yeah, you really are willing to sleep outside that CEO's office, like I said, to get that job. You really are willing to do what it takes to move in, to get a good relationship now. And I do think that your strength is that you're able to see the simulation of La La Land, and you're able to see what it is that you do want now when it comes to your situation here. And for the upcoming future, the Emperor. That's funny because Aries got the Empress right in the same exact spot. So could it be that you're dealing with an Aries and the Emperor is an Aries card? Could be that you're dealing with an Aries. You have a King of Wands there. A lot of Wands here. In your love situation, well, if you're coupled up right now, and you are in communication with a person, and you are in a good relationship with somebody, your happiness is going to be in the 5th house. It's going to be dating. It's going to be going out. It's going to be doing athletic things. It's starting to warm up outside, doing sports together. Fifth house is also your intellect. So doing intellectual things for yourself is going to make you happy if you're coupled up as well. For the singles, for those of you that are single, where is the happiness going to be? Well, it's going to be in the 3rd house here for you guys, and it's going to be your 3rd house of that would be communication there. So communicating with people. And like I said, that's communication. That's also like short distance travel. Aries got that as well. For those of you that aren't dealing with anybody and don't care about love, your happiness is going to be in the 7th house of relationships. So that's kind of like that doesn't make sense, but yeah, it does make sense actually. It's going to be like your relationship with your coworkers, your friends. Let's say you don't care about making any sort of relationship here, Taurus. This is definitely your relationships with the people that you meet on a daily basis. And if you're like secluded, because I am picking up some 12th house type of vibes for some reason in this read, although there's no 12th house stuff here. It could be that maybe you're in some sort of isolation, so maybe it's about trying to get out of that isolation and make some relationships. And it doesn't mean that you're going to be like in a bond with somebody, but it does mean that you are going to be making connections now. And I feel like March is going to be very positive for you if you start to make connections here. And that's specifically for the Tauruses not looking for love. Okay? Now, for the Queen of Wands here, your suggested approach is, well, you have the King of Wands there, and that's definitely taking an aggressive approach and a very passionate approach, and be willing to change, right? Because this is kind of like, this is like Sagittarius, right? And when I think Sagittarius here, I think of, because it's one of the last fire signs before, spring, Aries, right? So it's kind of like the sunset and the sun kind of dwindling down, but there's a very romantic vibe about that, and going deep for what you want, especially if you're a moon sign Aries. I'm picking up maybe there's a moon sign Aries watching this. Go for what you're passionate about, and definitely don't hold back now, because I feel like going back you know, into like the alternate reality that you were in maybe a month ago might be a mistake. And going forward into this new reality with all this passion, the universe is actually pushing you that way, saying, yeah, no, you're headed in the right way here, Aries. And with this Virgo card, the Hermit, now let's look at Mercury. You have Mercury there in the 10th house between Saturn and the Moon right now. But that's going to change after a couple days here. Like I said, this is going to be about trying to figure out if this is some sort of trick the universe is playing on you and you're slipping into some sort of alternate reality simulation. And that can drive some anxiety here and some fears, right? With this Four of Cups and your hopes and fears that you're losing out on something or that you're not getting exactly what you wanted, your manifestations aren't coming up. When the moon comes into Pisces here, like I said at the beginning of the read, when the moon is in Pisces here, you are going to know the difference between the fake simulator that you've been in since 2019 and the real simulation now, the real things that you've been manifesting, that yeah, you can manifest that. Oh yeah. If you don't think you can, you can. Well, Joey, how can I? Well, I already told you. Do you want the relationship? Go get it. Do you want that? Do you want that next door to the CEO's job? Or you want the CEO's job? Go get it. March is your month to get it. You don't believe you can. You're sitting here saying, Joey has no idea what he's talking about. Yes, the hell I do know what I'm talking about. It says it right here in the planets. You just don't see it because right now your mind is like, is this real? I'd rather have it signed and everything checked off so I understand that I have some sort of balance here. But the Emperor got to being the Emperor, not by, well, he was probably just born into the lineage, but let's say he wasn't born into the lineage. He had to take down every king from the Kingdom of Cups, the Kingdom of Wands, coins, even the Kingdom of Swords. He had to take them all down probably to get there. You're going to have to take down some people here. You're going to have to take down something here. And I don't mean that in a negative way, take down some people, but there is a competitive vibe going on there, right? And I said 5th house for relationships, right? That is competition, that is sports, that is moving, that is action. And that's funny because that's Leo's home, right? Even though that is Libra for you, that's Leo's home. And where's Saturn? Saturn's sitting in 10th house of career. Oh, I'm sorry, it's Virgo. I still think I'm doing Aries, huh? Well, if it's Virgo, guess what? It's still pointing to your 10th house. Let's see what's being hidden from you. 2 of coins. You know, this is you. Look at the scales. Look at the scales. That's why I was told to look at Saturn there. That's what I was told to look at Libra instead of Virgo, right? And isn't that very Saturnian, like I was saying, that it's all about stamping a paper as opposed to like trying to manifest some sort of reality, right? I think that is where your happiness is going to be, that realizing that after we get into March, maybe around the 3rd, you're going to start to realize that you don't have to stamp and sign every piece of paper to make a dream reality, Taurus. You can bring that into this existence. And, you know, red pill, blue pill. You're going to do good this month in Taurus. In March, Taurus. So I'll catch you guys again next week, and I'll see you. Bye.